Hey, what's going on guys? This is Daniel, one half of the Kwak brothers. Today in this video, I'm actually checking out some properties. You guys are gonna be able to see every single piece of action when it comes to that. And better yet, the last property that we're gonna check out is actually a property that I closed on about a week or two ago, and I'll be able to share with you guys in the actual property how I found the deal, how we funded it, how we put it together, and what our projections are based on what it's gonna do. So right now we're actually in the first house out of the three that we're looking at. So this is the first house we're looking at right now. And unfortunately there's been some hiccups in terms of who's selling it. It's actually part of like a program with the city of South Bend. And one of the mandates that they have is that it has to be owner occupied and you have to live there for at least 15 years. So obviously I don't fit that criteria because I'm not living in South Bend, obviously. So it's okay. As investors, we have hiccups like this all the time. I took a look at this Airbnb strategy as just another real estate investing tactic, but my business partner really showed me that it's not just a real estate investing strategy, it's a hospitality business where you're providing a 5-star experience for every single soul that walks in through our doors. So again, I'm really disappointed that we're not gonna be able to nab this one because my partner, who's actually well more versed in the actual anatomy of a house and construction and architecture, pointed out to me like 5 to 10 things right off the bat, talking about new concrete slab, how all these things were done correctly, the colors were according to trend, the walls and the doors and whatnot, and I was just blown away. So I am a little upset, but of course, again, with investors, we take with what we can work with and we stay positive, keep our heads high, and we work and we move on to the next property. So I'll see you guys in the next one. All right guys, this is the second house that we're looking at. It's on a busier street, which actually for Airbnbs is better because it's easier to access. Let's go ahead and check out the house. So I'm not gonna lie guys, when I looked at the photos for this one, I was impressed. Like this is a 5-bedroom, 2-bath, so it can accompany kind of like a bigger group, which in South Bend, Indiana, you have the big school, we have football games, so we have groups that come out all the time. So based on the photos, I'm pretty optimistic, but let's go ahead and check this out. Kitchen, and yeah, looking at it, I'm not as happy as I would like to be. Like based on the photos, I honestly thought it was gonna look a little bit better. But yeah, I mean, like this, we got stains. We have a door that kind of fell off here, and missing doors, and obviously the cabinets aren't finished and whatnot. So I'm not a big fan of managing rehab properties. Kind of from so far away, since I live about 2.5 hours to 3 hours away from this place. But of course, if you have good relationships, which we do, my partner that I referred to earlier, my Airbnb expert, actually has a cousin that lives out here who's a contractor. So super duper happy we have that relationship. And a lot of times that's what business is all about, having those relationships. We have really like old style stairs. I feel like I'm a docent for like a vintage museum, and here's where Abraham Lincoln had his 5th wife, Okay, so kind of right off the bat, kind of what I'm noticing is just overall poor quality rehab. One of the biggest indicators that I learned by shadowing some contractors was kind of how the flooring is laid out. So for one, this flooring wasn't leveled. So I don't know if you can actually see it, but there's actually a big bump that's like right here. It looks like the floor has a tumor. So it honestly wasn't leveled when they placed the flooring in. And if you actually look at like right here, they actually didn't use what's called a gym saw to actually put the flooring in underneath the door frame. So as you can see, there's some space that's right here. And I actually saw that with a lot of doors. Like there's another one right there. I mean, there's another one over there. So yeah, overall, you know, the rehab doesn't look too good. I may have to put about $15,000 to $20,000 into it. When it comes to furnishings, we'll probably be at about 30. You know, when it comes to all the furniture that we're gonna have to put in, all the amenities, all the cool stuff that I wanna do, even like a game room in the basement is an idea that came across my mind multiple times with Airbnb. But it does look like we're gonna have to spend a good chunk of change, you know, rehabbing this place. This is kind of the upstairs, 5 bedrooms. Let's go back downstairs and see what the basement's like. All right, guys, so here we are in the basement. I don't know if you can see me very well, but the basement is it's actually just a circle. And with how big the house is in terms of the first floor and also the second floor, I didn't expect the basement to be this small.
It's called a Michigan style basement.
Is it? Wow.
It's the name of it. It's like rounded out like this.
Yeah, this is very interesting.
That'd be interesting because that would be 2014.
Yeah.
But it looks.
All right, so this is our third house. I remember when I was a kid, I read a Dr. Seuss book about funny looking houses with all uneven floors and all uneven doors. Congratulations, I have found that house for you. This is the Dr. Seuss house. Basically, long story short, as you guys kind of already figured out, this house, we calculated a $30,000 rehab budget because every single house I look at, I actually look at the pictures and I also run the numbers, meaning I pull up tax assessor's records and I pull up monthly expenses that I'm gonna need, like insurance costs, maintenance costs, and what amenities are near the area. So I like to have that level of preparedness before I check out each individual house. But as soon as I walked in, within 5 minutes, I almost lost my footing because how dizzy I was. Matter of fact, I'm nauseous right now. Anyways, again, we calculated $30,000 in rehab budget. Looks like that's gonna be a little low. It's gonna be probably closer to about $50,000 to $60,000. Again, you know, not too happy with this property as well. But of course, we keep our head up. And the next house that we're gonna look at is actually the one I already closed on 1 or 2 weeks ago. So I'll see you guys there. All right, guys, so here we are at the last house, and this is actually the house that I closed on about a week or two ago. This is on Woodmont Street. This is the one we just bought. If you want more information on what we're gonna do with this one and the whole story of how we found it, funded it, and how we went through the negotiation process and how we closed it, there's actually a video on the link description below, or this link in the description below. But I hope you enjoyed our entire trip. So overall, I think the trip was kind of not as well as I'd hoped. The second house, obviously, as you guys looked and saw, was a little discombobulated. I called it the Dr. Seuss house. And the last one, the one we were actually just at, again, you know, not a very good condition. It had great location because it was like right next to the hospital. And it was a phenomenal place, you know, a lot of doctors, especially during the off season. But again, that was, you know, not a very good house. That was the Dr. Seuss house, actually, not the middle one. But overall, you know, it could have been better. It's just such a shame. That first one was super nice, but unfortunately, the stipulations and the situation didn't allow me to be the owner, or you know, for an investor to purchase that house. So again, you'll have trips like this. The best thing to do is obviously learn from it. I always kind of think on the drive back, what could I have done better? What could I have done to make my time more efficient? How could I prevent stuff like this in the future? And also, how could I use this to, of course, make more money and build a better team? So I hope you guys liked following along with me in a typical day of looking at properties. Hope you guys enjoyed. If there's anything else you want to see in the future, comment down below. But again, much love to you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hey guys, this is Daniel.
And this is Sam.
We are the Kwak Brothers. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you want to see more content value that we put out like this, what should they do, Sam?
Go and hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell icon so you guys get notification for our upcoming videos.
That's right.